Hey guys, John Meeks here with CrossFit Greensboro and War of the WODs. We're going to talk about our first workout this year, Book of Eli. So the way this workout is going to go, it is 6 2-minute AMRAPs. And the way those AMRAPs work is one partner is going to go through the full AMRAP. The second partner is going to start where they left off, go for 2 minutes, go through that AMRAP completely. After that 4 minutes is completed, they'll go on to the second AMRAP. They'll do that for the second AMRAP. Once that's completed, they'll go on to the third AMRAP. Let's talk about what these movements are. So in the first AMRAP, it's going to be 15 box jumps, followed by 13 toes to bar. Toes to bar are for the RX athletes and intermediate athletes. And then knees to 90 will be for the scaled athletes. And then 11 hang power cleans. Now the weight the way the weight is going to go, it's going to be 135 pounds for male RX athletes, 95 pounds for female RX athletes, and then it'll drop down to 95 and 65 for intermediate, and then it'll drop down to 75 and 55 for scaled. That weight will stay the same through each AMRAP. So the first one will have hang power cleans, second one will be power snatches, last one will be thrusters. Now, the way this goes is in that AMRAP, if they get to the end of this, they'll start back over, go as far as they can, and their score will be the total reps that both partners get throughout the workout. AMRAP number 2, 13 box jumps, 11 chest to bar pull-ups for RX athletes, pull-ups for intermediate athletes, or jumping pull-ups for scaled athletes, and then 9 power snatches. Those are power snatches from the ground. The third AMRAP will be 11 box jumps, 9 muscle-ups for RX athletes, pull-ups for the intermediate athletes, or jumping pull-ups again for scaled athletes. Now there is one modification in this third AMRAP. In the third AMRAP, one partner goes for 2 minutes, but they can ask for assistance from their partner on the muscle-ups only, not on any other exercise in there. And each one can do that during their AMRAP. Another modification here for masters athletes, they can do 3 to 1 chest to bar pull-ups. So they can do 3 chest to bar pull-ups to replace the muscle-ups. Once they decide to do chest to bar pull-ups, they can't go back and forth. However, one partner can choose to do chest to bar pull-ups, the other partner can choose to do muscle-ups. All right, now let's talk about the movements and the standards that go along with those. All right, let's talk about the standards for the box jump. So it's just a typical box jump. You're going to jump up on the box. The only thing that we're looking for is that you come up to extension once you complete that box jump. What I don't want to see is jumping up on the box, not standing up all the way, and jumping back down. So make sure you come to extension on that. If you're doing a step up, which is in the scaled division, same thing applies. Step up on the box. Both feet must be up there. You must come to full extension at the top before you step down. You can step down or jump down. Either one of those is fine. On the toes to bar, we're going to start with the athlete hanging from the bar. What I'm looking for is as they come down, their feet are going to come back past the plane of the bar here. And they're going to come up and hit both feet up against the bar in between their hands at the same time. It's really that simple. Now, for the knees to 90, same thing applies, hanging from the bar. They'll start with their feet back past their hips, and then they're going to bring their knees up to 90 degrees and above. So what we're looking for is above 90 degrees, even though it says knees to 90. The next exercise is the hang power clean. So he's going to start off by picking the bar up, must come all the way up to extension before he starts the hang power clean. From here, he can load at his hips or come down to his knees. As long as the bar stays off the ground, he's going to drive up. And what I'm looking for in the standards of this is when he finishes the rep, he's at full extension, shoulders, hips, and knees, and his elbows are in front of the bar. Let's just do a couple of those reps. Good. What I don't want to see is catch it in a partial squat, just so catch, and then letting the bar come down before he stands up with the rep. So we want to make sure he hits extension with the bar in the front rack position, elbows in front of the bar. All right, let's talk about the standards for the pull-ups. For the RX athletes, they're having to do chest to bar pull-ups, and it's exactly the way it sounds. Start from a hanging position. He can kip, he can butterfly, but his chest is touching the bar. Now, I think the confusion with this for some people is they think it's chest near the bar. Nope, it's chest contacting the bar. We're looking at contacting the bar below the collarbone, okay? And we'll make sure that we come from a hanging position each time. You can do that strict, kipping, butterfly, whatever works for you as you come from arm straight to chest touching the bar. For the pull-up, what we're looking for is just the chin above the bar. And however you do that is up to you. Arms straight, you're hanging, and getting your chin above the bar. Now, the jumping pull-up is going to be a little different. We're going to set you up utilizing this mat so that your feet are on the ground and your hands reach the bar with your arms straight. Let's see. So straighten. Let's go down one more. Can you still grab the bar? All right, so his arms are straight, his feet are flat. He's going to jump and pull himself up. So a little jumping pull-up there, okay? So we can adjust this mat about an inch or two so that we can make sure that everybody's got an appropriate height for this, but they're going to start with their arms straight. They're going to jump and pull themselves chin above the bar. And those are the pull-up standards. All right, here are the standards for the ring muscle-ups. Start from a hanging position. We'll have the ring set up at a specific height. We will make some adjustments for people that need to raise them up because of height. It may not be perfect. It'll be standard across the board unless your feet hit the ground. If you are vertically challenged and need assistance, your partner or the judge can help you get up on the rings to start that muscle up, okay? But you'll start from hanging. You can do, a strict muscle up. You can do a kipping muscle up. You're pulling yourself up into the dip position and then pressing out of the dip. Just make sure that you finish the dip over the rings and not behind the rings. Let's talk about the standards for the power snatch. The barbell is going to start on the ground and it's going to finish overhead in one continuous movement. How that happens doesn't really matter. You can split snatch it, and I'm not going to have you demo that. But what we're looking for is one continuous movement from the ground to overhead. You can't stop at the shoulders or pause on the way up. All right, let's talk about everybody's favorite movement, the thruster. Bar's going to start on the ground. You can squat clean the first thruster. What I'm looking for is that the hip goes below the knee in the squat, and he comes up to full extension. Do one more hold overhead for me. So looking at it straight between the wrist, shoulder, hip, and the ground all the way down. What I don't want to see is a bent arm position at the top, so catching the bar there, not extending all the way at the top, or not squatting below parallel at the bottom. That's the thruster.